Hello, y'all. Today is Thursday, December 29th, 2022 at 2:25 p.m. As soon as I start the video, I apologize. I got a yawn. Excuse me. So I didn't have to yawn until after I pressed record. So all morning and all day long so far, I've been hearing a loud screechy noise. You know how, like, say for example, you heard it? So this irritating noise, well, it sounds like somebody screeching or something, or like as if somebody's dragging glass or dragging a big fat huge chains or something. That's what it sounds like outside. So I only got about 4 hours of sleep this morning, I think, and couldn't go back to sleep. Like, I guess I slept from around 2 to 6 p.m. I mean a.m. this morning. So last night, um, I ended up being hungry again. Um, no more Klondike bars, and so by 10 o'clock last night, I caved in and had got 2 bags of chips out of the machine. Being hungry, you know. So when they had a perp, I don't remember what kind of vehicle it was, but it was a somewhat older model SUV that wanted to monitor me out in the truck. I mean, out there, outside, in the front, um, in the SUV or whatever, while I go get my chips. And they had a neighbor right across from me, and she came outside. I mean, she came out of her, because we're like in a, you know how they have an indoor hall, I mean, indoor hotel with the hallway. So not, it's not like a certain motels that protrude outside, where your front door is outside or on a balcony or nothing. It's indoors, So the neighbor right across from me stepped out of her room as I was going in. And something else happened last night. I don't remember. And so like that I have to now that I have to I forgot what I was gonna say. So never mind. It slipped my mind. But um something else happened that I wanted to see. Banging and noise. Some other stuff happened yesterday. I don't remember, but um so it was after between 9 o'clock and 9:30. Well, yesterday I had a few different people pitched in and helped me yesterday. And so I'm not gonna disclose the amount or where the sources were, you know, because I don't want the perps trying to hunt, the online perps trying to hunt, you know, like hunt like dogs, you know, to make sure I don't get any support or help. And like as I said, the vehicle donation, video that I did on TikTok, and people wanted to support and promote and help my video. The perps smear campaign, they sabotaged that successfully. And then a lot of my first videos on TikTok, they had I don't. I think that people had blocked me based on the perp smear campaigns about me. And you hear the next door neighbors thumping and banging and beating against the wall. And so I am so tired and sleepy right now. But if I were to try to go to sleep, I probably would end up just laying here, you know. So that video was starting to thrive about the about me, the vehicle donation request, and then the perps, they stopped it, you know. So that deeply hurts. And so there were people who wanted to help boost the video. See, they're making noise interruptions now. They wanted to help boost the video so that it could get out more and that I can get support. They sabotaged that. They stopped it. And then but I'm gonna go back to talking about that later on. So I had a few different, let's see, I don't know, was it, I don't know if it was about 5 different people that helped me yesterday. Um and I'm like, wow, I was shocked and surprised because I thought I was gonna have to end up back on the streets, by this morning. And thankfully, I'm glad, God answered my prayers, and I ended up getting help. But they trying to run me out of here. Um, so I'm not gonna say how much that I received, because then the perps want to start to the online perps who shouldn't mind their own damn business. They try to calculate. If I say specific amounts, then they start to try to calculate, and then they wanted to try to be like, well, where did this money go? Where did that money go? Oh, you're scamming, and oh, well, they want me to account for every penny, and they don't have the authority to do this. So if you're homeless and struggling to survive, and you say you need help for money for food, I'm pretty sure that the person who donated wouldn't mind if you used a little bit of that money for toilet paper and soap as well. You, you know, as well as the food, for example. But I'm not going to be extravagant and like the online perps have falsely accused me of. You know, I'm not going to ask for money for a hotel room night and then go and buy a pair of shoes with it, like they lied on me and said I did that. So I mean, I'm not going to go into specific details about certain things. But this morning, um another hotel, well, since this is extended stay, I'm not going to say resident. I'm not going to say guest, so I guess I'll say resident. If she said she'd been here for 2 months and she had an altercation with the workers at the front desk, and so she came in right behind me, and I, you know, told her, you can go before me, but she's like, no, no, you can go ahead. I'm like, so, well, I try to be courteous and, let her go first. So she had like a situation with them, and then, um, so come to find out, the manager, they said had, was got sick with strep throat or something, and so she supposedly won't be back till tomorrow. You heard that noise just now? What are they doing? So she's supposedly supposed to be back tomorrow. So the new girl that her first day was a week ago, and I've been here for a week. And so after there was, some altercation with the other guest resident or whatever you want to call her, had the altercation with the staff. And so the new girl that's been here for a week, um she sounded like she got a little snappy and got an attitude with me, but she wasn't involved in the altercation that happened last night, because I think that was after she left. So um so when I try to present to her, trying to get help for, trying to see how many nights could I get for $250. And then excuse me. And then well, she said that um because I don't know, she's I mean I was just, if you wanted to pay me, charge me, regular price, then, but because I was like, well, you know I'm like, well, I'm fine with that, if you want to charge regular price or whatever. But so she spooked me when I try to ask her, see them doing the tapping again. You hear it? It's fucking ridiculous. They never rest. So these are I hate that these are ruthless perps, because I can put them on film and that won't make them stop. Other times they scatter like roaches. So I don't know if it's above me or on the side of me, but they do that fake ass tapping. So um I was trying to get, figure out how much, how many nights could I get for $250. And then she had um she called up the manager, and I guess she was trying to charge me regular price at first, and I got kind of scared. I'm like, oh man, because I was really trying to have a way to get to stay here until at least Monday night or Tuesday morning, you know. And so she said, well, I'm not trying to get in trouble. I'm not trying to get fired. I got 3 kids to feed and this and that, whatever. I'm like, well, I certainly don't want you to get fired or nothing, because I'm like, well, the manager charged me this price. So, I'm like, well, how much, am I supposed to, you know, how much am I supposed to be charged? I was just trying to get a clear answer on how much I really was supposed to be charged, because I didn't want any surprises, so I just wanted people to be upfront. And if you want to charge me regular price, then I'd just rather know that rather than be surprised. So she had kind of a little bit of attitude with me, and so she kind of got snappy. And I'm like, well, she looked like she's young enough, like she could be my daughter, but she said she got 3 kids. But she looks like she's under 25 years old. But I'm 39. But she looks like she's like about 21 or 22. But she said she might be one of those people who's looks younger than what she is, probably. But but she damn sure ain't 30 years old. I know that. But so she kind of when I told her, you know, we didn't know that that the manager was gonna be out sick with strep throat and stuff, but she's supposed to be back tomorrow. So the girl had got an attitude with me and said, "Well, you should have made arrangements with the manager yesterday." Like her tone of voice and everything, and I had to stop myself because I was about to snap, go off, and curse her out for talking to me that way. But me being like submissive and scared, you know, that I humbly told her well, I didn't get the help until later on yesterday evening, last night or whatever. It's just like, and then she humbled herself and be like, "Oh, I understand," you know. And so she was here when I came, and she overheard the phone conversation between me and the manager before I came here. So when I explained my homeless situation, I was trying to ask, get an idea of how much it costs, um, trying to ask how much it costs to stay here. And I'm not gonna say, where I found out the advertisement that somebody was trying to say was $7.15 a month to stay here. And I'm like, well, if it's $7.15 a month, that can cure my doggone homelessness. But she said that they hacked into the system and put out false ads. So they said it's like $12.50 a month or something like that plus tax. But I don't get $12.50 a month with my Social Security, and plus on top of that, I have bills. Despite being homeless, I told y'all I have my cell phone and storage bill, and I'm not getting rid of my storage unit unless I get permanent housing. Unless I can find permanent housing, So the girl had me to just pay for one night, and she charged me, I guess, the regular price plus, not the regular price, a discounted price. And she even said with an attitude, and I'm giving you a discount. So because at first she was trying to charge me full price for three nights, and she confused me because she tried to say, well, you owe 290 such amount. And I'm like, wait a minute. At first that's what she was trying to say, and I'm like, wait a minute. It sounded like as if I was wondering. I'm like, wait a minute, they gave me discounts, how can I owe back pay on this, that, whatever, because that's what happened at that motel, one of the motels that I was staying in. The man was giving me discounted price. And so then later on they said, well, you owe a balance of this, that, whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute. How could that be possible if y'all the ones who offer me, discounts? I didn't ask, but thank you. But if you heard that I was homeless, and then if you heard that I was if I told you I was homeless, and because like when I started working at the schools last year, and then I think it was 2 nights in a remodeled rooms that looked resort style. Boy, those rooms made me feel like I was back in Costa Rica. And so really made me feel like I was back in Costa Rica again. The way they were structured, the way they were made, and everything. And so I had I think it was 2 nights, and then afterwards I was supposed to check out and then have to be back on the streets again, and so and so then I think I did get paid that day, that Friday. And so the man offered me a deal, 300 a week deal. And then he asked me, well, you want to do it? I said, yeah. And so then he put me in one of the older model rooms. And so then I was paying 300 a week, and then they sometimes he would charge tax, sometimes he wouldn't, and sometimes he would charge tax, sometimes he wouldn't, but then they the lady started to say it was $350, and the lady treated me like she didn't want me there. The lady, she seemed like she was Indian from India, and she wanted to charge me 350 plus tax. And I'm like, no way in hell could I afford that. Come on, man. You hear that again? They're thumping again. So they're trying to distract my train of thought, and they're trying to get louder and more disruptive. I guess they're doing that to let me know that they can hear what I mean, or if they let me know that they know what I'm doing or something. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on here. Come on, man. So that's all you got time to do today, and just that's all you got time to do all day. So 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 then and so I also took my earbuds out so that my tone of voice could be controlled and that I can hear myself, because if I put my earbuds in, then I don't want everybody around me to make complaints that that I'm talking too loud. So if I can have better voice control and talk normal and be able to have some control and hear my voice, not be too loud, you know, but then I got to deal with their noise. Um, so so yeah, she got an attitude with me, and I'm giving you a discount. And so so I mean the girl from this morning, and I'm like, how the hell you get away with talking to me like this? And I mean, I didn't ask her that, but I'm thinking in my head, how she get away with talking to me like this? And she's new, just been here a week. And so they've been, I mean, I guess, and then supposedly with the argument, um, one of the guy workers was mentioning, I mean, I overheard their conversation in front of my face, but they said that the guy wanted to get her fired or something like that. I don't know, but but that's the biracial looking girl. So yeah, I don't like the way she talked to me, you know, and you talking to me like that, and you fucking knew, so it was very hard for me to try to keep my composure and not go off, you know. So when I try to ask her, because I thought she was trying to say that, oh, you owe $291, or I think she was trying to. At first, I thought she was trying to say that was nearly $300 back pay. And I'm like, wait a minute now. The guy, like the female manager, the one who was out sick, she charged me the first 2 nights $50 plus tax. I think that and she was considerate and caring enough that she wanted me to leave enough money for me to have food to eat. So she was thoughtful and considerate enough to want me to have food to eat, And so excuse me. And so then Saturday came and I checked out of the hotel and went across the street and got food to eat. And then excuse me. Then um before I left, somebody had donated me $250. So I told the man, how many nights could I get? I mean, I asked the man how many nights could I get for $250. So he said that I guess since the other lady charged me $50, he charged me $250. Come on, man. So he charged me $250 flat fee with no tax or nothing. You know, that's what he told me, 5 nights. And so this last night was supposed to be that fifth night, and this morning, I was supposed to have checked out, but somebody sent me another $250 yesterday, and a few other people, a few more, a little bit. As I said, I'm not gonna go into detail or specifics. And so then so then yeah, I mean, so it's like, but even if, like, the fact that I only been here a week, an outstanding balance wouldn't have been $300 anyway, you know. So I think it's the way she worded it. Is what I was wondering. What are you trying to say? I owe a balance already? I'm like, well, wait a minute now, because she was like, well, you can only stay till the 31st, you know. And I'm like, oh man, I would need help to stay longer than the 31st, So you hear all that thumping and noise next door and in the hallway. And that noise harassment, plus the directed energy weapons, and also neighbors threatening me when I had the Section 8 home, and then dealing with the landlords being crooked, and Section 8, me having a big heated argument with the Section 8 people. That's all contributed to how I ended up homeless. And I got frustrated and said, I'm not signing anymore. Come on, man. Now they hit me directly right here with the directed energy weapon as soon as I said that. Sick pervs. so so when I said that, I got frustrated and said I'm not signing any more apartment leases. And they wanted me to be wrongfully punished with staying there. But I didn't realize that I would end up homeless. I thought that I would thrive with the cab driving job, and that the cab driving job would keep me afloat, and maybe I could just stay in either motels or extended stay hotels, and you know. But I ended up homeless. You know, and only lasted 4 days due to the gang stalking. Only lasted 4 days with the cab driving job. So yeah, it wasn't my intention to try to slick talk for a discount or nothing like that. I just wanted to know up front how much I really had to pay. But having a discount really would help. But I know the online perps will try to gossip and start to try to make more false accusations and more false rumors, more smear campaigns. And I mean, I did say gossip, right? Yeah, gossip. And I know they will falsely accuse me of trying to slick talk and manipulate for more discounts and stuff like that. Or they say, oh, that's another way of Candy's being entitled. She should have to pay just like everybody else. I already know what they're gonna do and what they're gonna say. So I had to pay for just one single night. The girl made me just pay one single night, and then wanted me to wait until tomorrow when the manager comes in. And she's saying like, you know, but then the other day she was fake nice and offered me some soup and said, "Ooh, and I like to cook." And then, but I confronted her, like, "Hey, you remember you said that you were supposed to give me some, that soup?" And she said, "Well, oh yeah, I totally forgot." And she's like, "Oh," and then her whole demeanor changed to being fake nice, And I so I mean, of all people, like, why you offer me, you know? But she said if she, um, later on tonight that she will, if she cooks something tonight, that she will want to bring some to me, you know. So I don't know. I'm feeling like mixed up and confused here. Like I don't like people like that. Want to be a irritable asshole bitch one moment and then the next moment smiling and fake happy. A lot of narcissistic abusers are like that, and they still glorified in society as mentally normal. And you got to be the one who's crazy or called crazy. So but she doesn't seem like she act like a perp towards me, but certain things about her make me question whether or not she seemed kind of like a narcissistic abuser. But yeah, I don't know. Because narcissistic abusers love to. Sometimes they'll pretend to be like fake generous and overly generous and giving, but at the same time they act like as if they're snappy and irritable when it comes to conversation and talking to you. And they got their face twisted up, mad, and everything else. And you wonder, well, wow, you seem like you're very mean. So if you say that they got an attitude with you, if they give you a lot of things and then you say, well, this person had an attitude with me, and then they'll say, they'll think that they were nice to you because they gave you a lot of stuff, but attitude wise, they're a total bitch. I had quite a few like explain. They'd be like, explain to me how I've been mean to you, and all that money I donated, or I did this for you, I did that for you. Explain how I'm mean. Well, your tone of voice right now, you seem like you're mean. But you be like that all the time. So like say um, and sometimes they give gifts and stuff as a form of control and manipulation and not out of generosity or having a good heart. But then if you figure out them being manipulative and then they be like, they pretend to play like they're the victim and then be like, they'll make it like as if you exploited their good heart. So for example, since I had pupusas the other day, um, they had the Asian guy Daniel from the fake Hell's Way Church. He was Korean, and Daniel offered to buy me pupusas, right? And back in 2012, and so like I'm like, no thanks, I will buy my own. And so he wanted to buy the pupusa for me and insisted on it. And so then if you then he wanted to voluntarily offer to buy me pupusa just to control me, to control and restrict that I should have only one. And I'm like, well, I'm buying my own. I got the money to buy my own, and I will buy my own. No, thank you. I kept trying to reject him, and he kept on insisting to buy just so he can control that I should only have one. But the standard order would be three. But like if you have 4 Mexican tacos in Los Angeles, that's the standard order for tacos. And narcissistic abusers think that I'm greedy and should be only restricted to one taco. No, and then there was a Salvadorian lady. I'm like, what the hell? Like, just like it's little bit them tacos, like that little, you know. So a fat Mexican guy called me greedy for having 5 tacos around the time the biological mom Frances passed away. Just because I'm like, oh, they want to. And I saw like 3 and 4 year old kids eating 4 tacos. They eat all 4 of them too. But I'm greedy for just because they want to feel like in their culture 4 is the standard. So I guess pupusas 3 is the standard, and the taco is just the Salvadoran pupusas 3 is the standard, and um Mexican tacos 4 is the standard. But it's not a doggone sin. What if usually people order, if pupusas would be like um pupusas would be like in Los Angeles $1.50, but other places be like $3 and $4 away from Los Angeles. Just like, and if you go to Mexico, tacos be like 50 cents or a quarter. They used to be $1, 75 cents or $1, and then afterwards, people charging $3 for a taco now. So what used to be 75 cents, the Mexican street tacos. So yeah, I mean, I forgot how I got up on this topic this way. So and I'm sick and tired of hearing that screeching in the hallway. I've been hearing it since this morning and off and on all day long. You hear it? That's another bit of their noise harassment. So and there they go with the tapping again. Oh yeah, now I remember how I got on that topic. But yeah, I mean, this morning I went to Dollar General and a lady had Western Union me something. I'm not gonna disclose the amount of money, but it was under $100. And so while I was there, I bought me some more toilet paper and soap and bladder pads, and then I went to go eat, and then the rest of the money I'm gonna try to put towards the hotel stay if they accept cash. You know, so when I was trying, the lady told me I had to. She told me that I had to download the app. That they couldn't do any transactions unless I download the app. So I had to download the app, put in my information, and I was angry because my phone kind of was freezing and acting stupid. My phone was freezing and acting stupid, and then it said, and it waited until just before I submitted the application. I put in my birthday, August 25th, and it waited till just before I submitted the the applic the application on the app. I mean, they make sure. I mean, it's like just before I submitted the information in the app, it switched from August 25th to August 5th, and then they would, and it's like they wouldn't let me change it. So now I have to go through hell and hurdles to change the information. So, and that's what the perps do. They manipulate when you're putting in information on something, and just before and you say um if I write my name Candy, and then just before submitting it, it would deliberately misspell my name on purpose to make me look illiterate. And I think before I realized I was targeted, I think I've been noticing that as early as 2009, that when you know you spell something right, and then you go to submit it on your phone, not on computers, but on your phone, it does this, and you spell it correctly, and then just a few couple of seconds before you submit it, or as you're submitting it, you notice before your eyes, you see they're ignorant and talking loud in the hallway. You notice that before your eyes, they before your eyes, the letters or the numbers change, and I'm like, wow, these perps are really trying to prevent me from getting the money, you know. So this lady that sent it was talking about arranging for a permanent housing situation, and I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I have a job opportunity that I'm supposed to start up on Monday, and I'm not going to no damn Wisconsin. I'm not moving to Wisconsin, not back to Wisconsin ever. I don't want to set foot in Wisconsin. For, and nobody's gonna make me do it. So this lady, she's not a targeted individual, but she just knew that I'm homeless and wanted to send something the old-fashioned way, Western Union. But but I'm not going. I don't want to go to I don't want to go to Wisconsin. So they had one person was trying to tell me that you will continue suffering if you don't move around. You know, and that's what some professed targeted individuals say, you should keep on moving or keep moving on. Like me being on Social Security, I can't move around like that. You know, me being on Social Security, and also with my bank, if I go, it started about 6 years ago. It started about 6 years. No, I'm sorry, about 2015 maybe. That it seems like my bank wants to know where I am at all times. So if I go out of state and try to use my debit card without letting the bank know, I heard that there's a possibility that they could freeze my account. And then they try to say it's to prevent fraud and this, that, whatever, you know. But it's no more like a surveillance, not no preventing fraud or protecting you. But they'll make clever lies, you know. So, and with me being on Social Security, you know, if I get a Social Security check, um, I mean, I don't know if it's possible for me to just live a traveling life like that, you know. And then people, it's hard to get help with food, with $10 of food. So how can I live like I don't have any? I mean, and Greyhound is extremely abusive. So what the hell am I supposed to? Come on, man, you hear that? So somebody's like, you will continue suffering if you don't move around. Well, I can't move around like that, you know. So plus I got my storage unit and important stuff in my storage unit. I can't just up and bounce. You know, but people been wanting me out of Pensacola. You know, I feel like it's narcissistic to try to dictate and control where another person should live at, and you don't care about that person. You don't care about me, but you want to control what city and state I should live in. This is my life, not yours. So if you don't follow the opinions of narcissistic abusers, they'll call you stupid, dumb, or making like you're making a foolish decision, because they falsely glorify themselves as having the best and smartest and wisest decisions in the world, that nobody's decision is smarter than theirs, that they got the most common sense, and you're the dummy. So, and everybody keeps trying to opportunistically lure me away from Florida, away from Pensacola. and try to force me to live where I don't want to be. Then trying to be like, well, you have to leave Pensacola. You don't have any other choice. You have to come here to Chicago with me. No, I don't. And then then want to narcissistic perps want to falsely call me ungrateful. No, I'm watching my back so that nobody would try to trick me or sacrifice or traffic me. You know, so I have the job. It won't start until Monday, and then they say I get paid bi-weekly, and so I forgot how much per hour it is, um, and I don't know exactly what I'll be doing. You know, but I don't want to give any hints. I don't want to give any hints to where I'm supposed to work because the online perps. That's why. So I just pray that they won't workplace mob me, and if they would give me overtime hours, then I might struggle and still need a little help at first. But if they give me overtime hours or full time or overtime, and I can if they give me full time or overtime, and I could you know if they won't workplace mob me off the job, then I could probably last longer and be more independent or on the road to independence and self-sufficiency where I mean if it could be to the point where I can be independent and self-sufficient enough that, well, if I could take down the fundraiser or take down, you know or if I may not need, donations or help to live and survive, and so yeah, I mean, I was frustrated, but I hope that, I mean, I hate that my phone did that because I would never put my birthday as August 5th. It's August 25th. So I got mad at that. I'm like, wow, these perps are hoping or trying to stop me from getting the money. But I'm glad, the lady told me don't worry about it, and she, she said it was no big deal, and so I was able to get the funds. And so then, so then, so I mean, so it's like, what else to say? So then, when I went to eat this morning, they cheated me out my grits bowl. You know, they cheated me, and then they had a black man. I don't know if he was homeless or not, but he violated my space, and I almost snapped on him because don't get in my, get too close to me. He caught me off guard, and I had my earbuds in, and he was talking over my fucking food, and it almost made me lose my appetite. And so he went inside the restaurant, asking people for money. I mean, I learned to not do that, not go inside of restaurants and not inside of the restaurant or in the parking lot of the restaurant. I just try to do it on the sidewalk, and I hate to even have to do that because I would rather work for, make my own living and work for my own, But the perps are stopping me, so I'm forced to have to do that. But so the workers, they had, and I was mad because my food, like the biscuit was lukewarm, and the bowl of grits and stuff was lukewarm. Nothing was hot like that. Like they did everything right the past couple of times. Everything was fine, but today it's like they just wanted to fuck up my food. You know, made me feel undeservingly punished. Just because people help me out, then the perps overcompensate by cheating me out of, like, say if somebody donate me money for food and then I go eat, and try to buy something $10 at a restaurant, and then they cheat me, and or they fuck up my food really bad as punishment for getting help. But even if I work and spend my own money, they do the same thing. So, and I hate that perps profiting and making money off of me. How come they can make money and profit off of me? If I got to deal with a perp Uber driver with one headlight, it's okay for them to make money from my hard-earned money when I have a job and stuff, or my Social Security money. They can make money off of me. But all that perping, they make money no matter what. And they stop you. They stop me from making a living and surviving. And then, they try to make like I'm a liability to this or that business or company. Now I'm too crazy to work. Well, how else am I supposed to survive if Social Security isn't enough to live on? Never has been. Ever. Never has been enough to live on. And I've been wrongfully imprisoned and forced punished with Social Security nearly all my adulthood life. So it's very rare for me to have over $1,000 in my possession. And even with the stimulus checks, I couldn't use them. I couldn't get to use the stimulus checks the way I really wanted to, or really, trying to get housing with that, no. But they say never let a narcissist know you're coming into some money, because, yeah, foster or biological family, they narcissistically confiscate my money, or like you gotta hand over to them, and I wouldn't even owe them. Or they would pretend to be fake nice and pretend that they want to borrow money. Why would the foster mom need to borrow money from me if she had a whole fucking BMW and a big ass house? If she pretended to kiss my ass and pretend to be fake nice and act like she want to borrow my $20 back, and then pick an argument with me for an excuse to justify not paying me back, and then my twin sister copied what the foster mom used to do, And then you go to a mental health counselor and having a meltdown, and they do kick you down even harder and victim blame you. So anyway, I know I'm rambling and talking. And so I wanted to say that because the situation happened this morning, and the girl making me just pay for one night, I feel like that kind of messed up after this morning, I had planned to go some places and do some things and run some errands, and so I feel like I gotta put that on hold, or I can't do it. Oh, they hurt my side. I wanted to because I wanted to go to my locker and switch out my clothes. Been wearing these same two outfits, and I don't even know if they have a laundromat in here. So I wanted to go to my locker and switch out my clothes, and also get a few things. And I also needed to go downtown and do something very important, but personal. But maybe maybe tomorrow I probably can. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But tomorrow's supposed to do all that raining, and Saturday is supposed to rain, but Sunday's not supposed to rain, but the buses ain't running. But then all next week is supposed to rain except Thursday or something. So yeah. So I'm disappointed because, well, it was Monday I had that TikTok incident, but then Tuesday I did a few videos, and the videos, they they were viewed like crazy, but then yesterday I did some videos and got little to no views, and I did 3 more videos today and then got no views. And I start to wonder, well, am I shadow banned or blacklisted, or am I being punished from my videos getting out, or what? But I'm trying to not feel discouraged. Um, so, but I'm worried about my health and the skin on my toes feel like as if the bottom of my feet, the skin is seem like it's very dry, and between my toes, bad athlete's foot and everything. I'm really concerned about my health, but don't have the finances or convenience to eat as healthy as I wish I could. And so the job that starts Monday, they say it's supposedly a part-time seasonal position. So but I would like to get as many hours as I could, and it's supposed to be a part-time seasonal position, but they said it's indefinite, that they don't know how long the job will be, and I don't know. So yesterday on one of my videos, the one that took over an hour long, wow, it was like 9 gigabytes. So I had to use some of my phone data to speed up everything. So it took all night to upload. So I'm not going in the snack machine tonight. And since well, I have enough funds to stay here past tomorrow, but I don't know how long I will get to stay here, and what the lady will say, what the manager is gonna say tomorrow, or how much she's gonna charge me tomorrow, or what But it wasn't my intention to, you know, if that new girl thought I was trying to get her in trouble or something, you know. But she said that she didn't have the authorization to do, the cheaper discount or whatever, which would be a nice big help. But I wasn't trying to seek, a discount, but I was just wanting to get a clear answer on, how much I'm supposed to pay, and didn't want any surprises. So yeah, then she later on told me I do not owe a back balance, and that the money, she talked in a way that was confusing, so the money that was if she said it was, well, she said basically saying that from today through the 31st I would have had to owe such and such, but in a way at first she worded it like as if I would have owed her back pay or something, and I'm like, oh man, and I started to panic, because I'm like, um yeah, so I mean that was confusing the way she said it, but no way in hell I would have owed a back pay of $300 anyway. I didn't even stay here that long, according to their rates and stuff. But they sometimes advertise at different prices. Sometimes they be like $70, or they say $60 manager special, or this price or that price on different advertisements. So something else I wanted to and needed to say, but it slipped my mind and I forgot. But yeah, like the past few days I you know was doing TikTok videos, not all day long, but few here and there. But I need to get back to doing some more writing, the short stories while I got the opportunity. I just need to try to think of some ideas. And I don't have a whole lot of life experience. So been overly sheltered, and then people get mad at me or shun me, saying that I'm too childish or elementary or too, whatever, but then if I wrote something X-rated, y'all have an issue with that too. But I wouldn't try to do that being a, you know, professed Christian, So, um, uh, something else I need to say, but it slipped my mind. So, um, I guess I'll try to go across the street and get me something to eat for dinner. I mean, I had a late breakfast and no lunch and no nap, and but I'm gonna get dinner. Um, but I still would like to make a side hustle with my short stories and writing and stuff like that. If people think I deserve to be punished with being limited, while they can have multiple, diversify their income with multiple side hustles or multiple jobs or whatever. So, I need, so, I still would like to have a paid side hustle of, my short stories and everything. So, I know the storage space is filling up on my phone. So, I still need any and all the help that I can get. The information is in the description box. And before I go, I want to tell y'all that I hope to write a short story or two before the night is out. So probably even three of them. So I'm going to go for now, and I'll see y'all.